Okay, all right. For you and Hogwarts and whoever else is listening, go ahead and chime in. So I'm thinking about, you know how we talk about FOMO, like there is no like FOMO alert. You know how we consider FOMO alert is basically is a pathway to revenge trading. SM is in a short. SM's calling the short. I, good luck on the short. I'm rooting for you, SM. Oh, hey, SM, do you want to be a moderator too? I made Steakmeister a moderator. He's helping me out with Discord, kind of cleaning it up, and so it makes sense. Did you want to be a moderator for the chat here?
And Stephanie, all this information that you're saying.
If you don't, that's fine. I'm just asking because. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me make you a mod real quick.
On Friday, how does this play into that?
And I'm learning how to do this as I go, guys. It's kind of like over the last few weeks, it's gotten busier, so I really need to figure this stuff out.
Of our index is how consumers see the present situation. So it's it's still relatively solid. It's weaker than it was earlier, so it's pointing to potentially some slowdown in consumption.
Okay,
but,
you're good.
Nothing dramatic at this point.
All right. So if you get a Bugazzi.
Hey,
Dano, how you doing? Today, so far so good today. We haven't taken any trades, but we're about to, I'm going to go start the subject of the day here, and we're going to talk about bias. So,
Absolutely.
So we consider FOMO as a pathway. Your boo in Discord? The 8 or okay, I'll get you in Discord in a minute also. I just made you a mod for here. I just wanted to get that done so I didn't have to think about it. So we're talking about what are pathways to revenge trading. And I kind of want to, like I spent a lot of time last night kind of reflecting and going over my performance yesterday. And how these, it's almost like an illusion, or how you view something can make you ignore. Oh, hey, Steakmeister, how you doing, brother? Hey, I see you bounced somebody already. Who's the dude you bounced? That was quick.
You've got a little Eli Lilly action.
That was fucking funny. All right, so I'm going over Hogwarts and rocks. We're talking about bias. So what I really was thinking about, 7% profit. All right, beautiful. Yeah, I know. He's already. He's like in the army. We used to. What did we call it? We got when somebody made sergeant, it kind of went to their head and they went power crazy. Power trip. It was an E5 power trip because then it goes E1, E2, private is E1, and then E5 is a sergeant, 3 stripes. I was a sergeant, and we called it the E5 power trip. That's hilarious. All right, you bounce anyone who's gonna get out of control. No more Bugattis. All right, so what I want to talk about is what are the pathways to revenge trading, or what are the pathways to doing something that makes you ignore all the information you have in front of you and you're just going off what you think. FOMO is definitely one of those. FOMO will make you do things that make no sense at all, and then once you start getting chopped up, you'll start revenge trading, and then once you start revenge trading,
both companies are planning an initial demonstration later this year.
Once you start revenge trading, that is the pathway to Valhalla. Right? Valhalla is a blown account. So yesterday, I took a perfect long.
Shares of AMD standing at $166, so quite a bit of a premium.
I took a perfect long, and
thank you so much. Yeah, for more conversations like this, you can
I got the first target. I was up $900 on the first target. My mistake was I did not wait for the confirmation in the zone before adding to the second target. So the second target was up. Or I closed on the first target, had one contract on, and I didn't wait for confirmation that we were still going to head up into the second zone on that push. and I
It doesn't
added
say it's
contracts
clear,
too early and
but
it
in
came
flush
back
meadows
against
since
me and ripped my face
1991.
off.
And you know what?
And I ended up
I mean, I
losing
know she lost
500 or
right,
600 on the
to
first.
Carolina Machova, but
So what
you know, she
happened
was so
from there
emotional
is I
when they
started
were
getting a
asking her how it
bias
felt
to the
about
high
that. She
side
said it felt great to
based
be
off the fact that I
freer
lost
and
that trade and I
illness-free,
felt like we had to
injury-free
go to
after all
that
that she'd
second
gone through.
zone.
So it was great to see her.
So what
And you know
really
what, too,
ended
is
up
that even though,
happening
she had lost,
is we
the
never
best
made
way
it to
look
that
at
zone
the
and I
feeling
never let the
and the
bias
love that
go.
they have around her,
And so the
that's
chart
really nice.
actually
You know what I think
changed to
trumped
a
the night
perfect
earlier
short,
was
and I'll show you.
Alcaraz's.
Let's
Carlos
go back
Alcaraz's
to
buzz
yesterday
hippie, like, you know,
Yes.
David
real
and
quick.
Goliath kind of like, you know,
Correct,
this
correct.
kind of situation, but he pulled it out.
Yeah.
Yesterday
the
was
buzz
the
cut.
20.
It still looks good.
All right, we're almost here.
Well, Samson
So
and Delilah,
yesterday,
David and Goliath. Samson and Delilah.
right
You know when
about
Samson cut his
noon,
hair and then like he lost his mojo? That didn't happen
That
to
didn't
Alcaraz.
happen.
It
Okay.
didn't happen.
All right. Maybe it was the good luck charm. Maybe it was.
Maybe.
right about here, this
Whoever
here,
needs his hair is a good
you
luck
see, I
charm.
took
He's
my
doing
I
okay.
took my long here.
Well, you know something I noticed for today? Okay, so
I hit
after
my
this, I'll
target.
make
It was
like
here
this
or it
is
was
usually
right here. I
coffee
took
time
my long
after
right in this
I've
zone,
been
right?
up since what time? So I need that caffeine boost.
Yep.
I might.
I
head
took my
upstairs
long
and
right
get
in
a
this
mini
zone.
one
Got
of
my
those
first
massage
target, but
balls.
the
Well, not
next
new.
target
It
was
comes
up
out
here and
every
I
year, but
never hit
today's
it.
the
Today's the
You
day.
see the
day.
target over
Today's
here?
the
August,
day.
whatever. What is this?
Yes.
I never hit, my second target was here.
They
So
have
I
a
started
new,
adding
fall
and I
lineup.
got my
So they
face
have
ripped
a
off
lot
to
of different
here.
fall flavors.
And I
They
kept
have pumpkin,
and I kept the long.
avocado. That's
But look
really
at what
good.
happened on the chart.
Okay.
All right.
We
well,
hit
we'll
a
get the calorie
perfect
count, but you can try it.
a perfect
You can.
forecast
Or
short
savory
call
Italian
right
sausage
here.
egg bites.
EMA's
Okay.
crossed,
That sounds so
went
good
to a
right now.
red
I
Hungry.
know.
forecast
But, you know, I mean,
cloud,
I'm all for
and it
those
was a
drinks. We
20
used to drink
EMA
water
all the
outside
way
during
down the
winter.
rest of the
Oh, you should get
day.
them iced.
The rest of the
That's
day it
good.
was
That's
down,
good.
and I was
Thank you.
still
Cheers to all of
fighting the
us.
long
Okay, we're
because
taking
my
a
bias
drink.
was
Rose
to
Red
get to
Goose
this
Red
zone.
Goose.
Does that make
We're talking
sense,
about right
guys?
after the show wraps for sure.
My
All right,
bias
we've got
was
a
like,
lot
we're
more
going to
for
get
you
to this
coming
zone and
up
I'm
this
going to make
morning.
that money
Hybrid
back on
Church,
this
he's gonna be
long
joining us.
instead of
He's
saying,
Bloomberg
fuck
Intelligence
it.
Chief
I
U.S.
fucked
interest rate
up.
strategies. He's going to be talking Fed.
I
Also,
fucked
the latest,
up. I'll take
PISO
my
data that's coming
$200,
out.
stop
And then on top
trading
of
and
that, we
wait
have
for the
Walter
next
Price,
setup.
President,
The
Chief
next setup
Investment
was right
Officer,
here.
Managing Director at Greenwood
And
Capital. He's
the
here to
entry
discuss
would have
what's
been
happening
right
in the
here.
outlook. And speaking of which, right now, we've
You know,
got
the entry was
Steve
like
from
anywhere in
Goldman
here
Sachs.
was the entry to go short, and you wouldn't have lost if you were in short all afternoon. The chart was right. You see right here, boom, short, boom, short. And I was trying to take a long out of all this, and I got myself chopped up because my bias said I want to go long to get to this target up here. And we never went back to that target. We didn't go back to that target until I think we might be there now. So what I'm thinking of is if you have a bias, you ignore the bias, okay, and treat it as FOMO and read the chart and read what's actually happening instead of what you think you want to happen or what you feel might happen. What do you guys think about that? Completely reclassifying bias and treating it the same as FOMO. Because FOMO is like the plague. When you get FOMO, you got to stop what you're doing or you're going to get the direct pathway to revenge trading. Yeah, there was no short there. I didn't see a short, but so let's get a drop for SM. Everybody root for the drop. SM needs to get out of his trade. Everybody root for the drop. So my question for Hog, based off what I just showed you and I think most of you, like I think both of you guys watched most of what happened yesterday to me. And I'm feeling like if I get a bias, I need to treat it as FOMO. So trading philosophy would be FOMO and bias equals a pathway to revenge trading, which equals a direct path to Valhalla. I just got home from work and it looks pretty good today. Yeah, the long.